Alrighty, hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I know I did say that I thought that video was going to be the last video. This could be number 8, or it's going to be an interface video. So yesterday I found some code that allowed me to make the interface draggable. So I just kind of want to go over that in today's video. As you can see, if you grab here, it'll move it. But the problem, as you can see, it sticks. So what we need to do is we need to take the interface and we need to make it into its own interface here. Just a second, my sound is maybe this isn't on. Headphones probably aren't on. There we go, now they're on. And now it's connected to the headphones, perfect. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to get our interface. This must be the, what is this here? Oh, that's that. Is that inside the tow truck? No, okay. Let's see, we're in miscellaneous, and this is the truck functions here. It's a mess. I know. I haven't finished this. I really want to clean up. Like I say, yesterday was kind of ridiculous. So, all right. So what we do is we take this interface. Actually, I might even be able to. Let's see here. If I do this, yeah. So you have to click on the frame to drag it. So we need to insert another frame. We insert object, a frame, and that can be here. But then what we need to do is we need to take the crane and we need to stick it inside that frame. You see that? And then my hope is we can drag, we can just click on there, on here, and drag it around. So in the local script, we need to say, let's see, crane UI. Crane UI.crane. Crane UI.crane. I have to do that, otherwise it's gonna break. It's gonna break everything. So let's just. So then I had to make this local script. Just called it mouse drag. It's actually really easy. You just get the player, and then you get the player's mouse, and then there's a value in here, which is just called holding. I guess that's what they called it in the video I watched. And then you just get the mouse, and that's it. And while you have it, script parent .crane UI .position, and then you just get your X and your Y for your mouse, and that's it. So let's see if that's going to work here. And then I'll be able to set up each element. Yeah, there we go. You see that? Oh, that is perfect. And then that way, if it's in the way, you can move it. You know, you're a player, you can move it, right? Move it over here, whatever. So we'll have to do that for each element is going to need to have its own code, so we can move each element. That's cool. That's actually really simple. Really simple. So now I don't know, like insert. I don't know what else we can do for this. Just that, I guess, and then maybe I'll insert a text label. Right, because we want the player to know that if they click on it, I'll just get rid of this frame for now. This awful UI. Insert object. will try that. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Copy that. Paste into. Make them all round. I just kind of this is just more. This is interface work. Let's make this panel a lot smaller as well. It's actually really handy. So each of these buttons, they're 200. Yeah, there we go. So if we copy that, there we go. They don't need to be so big. As you can see, where you grab the frame, it starts at 0, 0, which I'm assuming is up here for the frame. I could probably change that in the local script. So the mouse, so when you grab it, it connects to a different spot. But I think that's all right. So what I would do is I would add an additional frame like in here, just so people know. For the player. So we'll just, just give me a moment here. Bear with me for a moment here while I just kind of sort this out, and then let's see, was it text scaled? Yeah, that to me looks a lot better. Here, we'll just do this here, text scaled, and that way you can see it. Nice. I really like that. Okay, so then for the mouse drag script, I'm wondering. If I need this for each element. So for example, if we make this visible, and we do a background color. That's our text color, text scaled. Make a background color. I like this. And then I like the text. You know, maybe the text can be yellow. We could do something like that. And then this here could be like this. But each one of these needs to have a frame. So we need to paste into, or insert object, another frame right here. And then we need to take the foot and we need to call this foot UI. So then in our local script where we have our .foot UI .foot is basically how that's going to work. Now let's try in here in the mouse drag. We will copy this, but let's make this foot UI. Okay, and then let's just see if that's going to work. And then it doesn't matter about the positioning of it. Now, I don't know for console players, I don't know if the console players are going to be able to drag this around. That actually kind of sucks because it's both. So I am going to need the mouse drag is going to needs to be part of each. This will have to be its own function. So, where can we place that function? So this could just be mouse drag. I wonder if we need an individual. Let's see. And then if we duplicate that, and this could be foot UI drag. And then we'll get rid of this one on this one because it doesn't matter. And that, but the crane UI. And this one here. There, now let's see. Each individual element should be draggable. No, it still wants to do it together. Now, why is that? Why is that? It could be because we're using the same value. I wonder, I gotta duplicate that. So I might have to put that inside. Let's see. This is the foot UI here. If I put this inside there, and then I put that inside there, let's see if this is gonna work. Script.parent. Yeah, the holding up value. Yeah, okay. So now it's script.parent. Dot position. We can actually change that just to script.parent now. See if that works. I don't know why it still wants to grab both. Script.parent. Let's see if that'll work. Because they're not they're not supposed to be the same. They're supposed to be individual elements. That could be an issue. That could be an issue. I wonder why that is. I wonder why it snaps, you know, that position. As soon as we move it, it snaps that as if it's part of the same, element. So perhaps script.parent.position. Maybe we need to say parent crane UI. Maybe we need to do that. If we actually name it, I'm not too sure this one time. Foot UI. Oh, I could probably just test it just like that, actually, I think. So that's what it wants to do. It wants to combine them together. Let's try and offset this thing. Let's say 5 and 5. Let's try that. Okay, so that kind of worked. I have no idea where that other element is going. It is going somewheres. There we go. I see. So it's the entire thing. Okay, so if we change that to like 0.2 and 0.2, then that way when we're dragging it, Let's just test that out. That way when we're dragging it, and then we can grab this. Okay, so then I wonder if we even need... Let's disable that. Disable that. And then we'll just try this again. It might just move the whole thing. Oh no, you see that? It only now it only wants to move that. So why? I wonder why that is. I wonder why that is. It's, oh, I know why. It's because maybe it's because we're connecting it both to it. Because I'm just saying mouse button 1 down. I'm not actually detecting if it clicks. So maybe we should change this then. Yeah, maybe we can change this into a button instead. Let's see. So I'll just make this one visible false for now. And then what if we change, let's see, what if I threw a button in there? Insert object, a text button. And we said click to drag. Instead of mouse button 1 down, instead of this mouse, that's not going to work either. Though it might actually, it might. Let's see. So instead of mouse, we will say script parent. Let's see. Let's just call this drag. This is development, right? So this is how we let's say script parent drag, and then we say script script parent drag, and then we can say fired when the mouse is moved. Let's see. Let's see if that might work. Oh no. Button 1 down. Oh yeah, this has got to be a mouse button. Mouse button 1 down. Mouse button 1 up. All right, let's see if that's gonna work. Oh, it does. Look at that. Look at that. Excellent. So that is how we handle that. Fantastico. That is how we handle that. Now, like I say, for the console players, I'm not sure how that would work. But you might be able to highlight that. I should probably test that actually with my controller. You might be able to highlight that. And I guess that's the only thing I can think of. If you highlight it and then click on it, you might be able to use this stick on the controller to drag it. That's all I got. I really don't know. I'll have to test that further. I don't have the controller with me right now. As you can see, it's early in the morning. It's about the only time I have. I'm just hoping I can do this before. All right, so now because it's a tow truck, we can kind of do this. And then what I like to do is I like to take the background transparency. Here, we just kind of turn that back a little bit. And then this one here, background transparency is going to be fully closed. And now this one here, same thing. We can go background transparency here. And then we can just change the color of this button. From white to, I don't know, we can make this one red. Perfect. And then we'll text scale. Okay, perfect, just like that. So that's how that's going to work. Now let's see if we can do that with the foot interface. Now, these are going to be, what did I say? They're 100, right? What's the size here? Oh, is there another button in there that we're not seeing? Unanchor. Unanchor feet. Feet up. Feet down. Close. Anchor. Now why is this one here? Let me test that to see if its position has moved. Oh no, there it is. Okay, so it does appear. It does appear. Okay, perfect. Perfect. UI. Okay. Here we can do that, background transparency there, and then of course these buttons. I like it when they're you can kind of see through them. I just think we could do that. Now, in here, probably make that button a little bit bigger than that. We just take this, copy, and we paste that into here. So it's got its own button. Click to drag. Just like that. And background transparency on the screen. We can do that. Okay. Now let's see if we enable the script, but we need to change this to what? Instead of mouse, we need to say script dot parent dot drag dot mouse button one down. Mouse button one down. Copy that. Do that. Okay, now we can test this element out a little bit more. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Look at that. And then what we can do is we can change this back to 0 because it's now moves as its own little element. Perfect. Hey, there you go. Excellent. Excellent. How long did that take? Only a half an hour. No big deal. Everything seems to... That's the way it is with development, right? You got to think about it and do it. Excellent. So that is how you make a draggable interface. Oh, did I mess up? I think I might have messed up on that one. I think not this script. Where is it? Foot UI. Yeah, mouse button 1 down. This is going to be mouse button 1 up. There we go. So when you click on it, you can drag it, but you have to click and hold to drag it. And then as soon as you release the mouse, it stays where it's at. Oh, that is super duper handy. Excellent. So there you have it. That is how you make a draggable user interface. And so as you can see, there's still a little bit of work left on the tow truck. I'm going to do that on my own. I just wanted to put this out as just a video on how to make draggable interface. That's cool. Like I say, I saw a video yesterday, and then I was like, wow, there's only a couple lines of code. I got to do it. It just makes so much sense, right? It makes so much sense. So then if we make that visible false, so now what we have to do is we have to go through the buttons. I have to go through the buttons, and just to make sure that they find, right? Because when we press the foot screen, instead of here, it's going to say foot UI dot visible equals false, and then this one here should be dot UI equals true and false. I think that's right. Let's test that out here. So it's just those little things. If it gets in the way, it's just those little things. I think that they're gonna help the player out. They're gonna help the player out. Oh, put screen. Script parent. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I just need 3. All right. 1, 2, 3, and then it's going to be the same for strobes. I don't know. Is it the strobes? Yeah. So I'll have to edit. I'll have to go through and I'll have to edit the buttons and just make sure that they can find their path. That seems to be the most important thing. Just make sure your buttons find the path. So then we can close that. Yeah, there we go. And we can drag this around if we want to. And then, okay, now I need the foot screen. I can drag this over here. So if you're working away and these happen to be in the way of the screen, you can drag them off of here and you can drag them off of here. That is super handy and super duper fantastic. And I just figured that out. So all the games that I built so far that don't have draggable interfaces, I might end up going through and making sure that I can drag those interfaces. And now, yeah, so that's going to do it for this quick little video. Thank you so much for watching. That is how you make a draggable interface. Let's just go over that again. So what we needed to do is we needed to create a Boolean value. I just called it holding. You can call it something else. It could be anything. It could be drag, click, whatever. And then we just need a little bit of code. We need to get the player, and we need to get the player's mouse. And then what we do is when you click on the button, the drag button, it makes this value true. And while the value is true, we then allow the mouse to move, and we're able to move the position of the interfaces around. So what I do for the console players, because I'm not sure if you can move the interfaces or not, what I will try and do is I will try and put these interfaces in a spot that kind of is sort of out of the way. But you can close the master screen, I believe, and still have the sub screens available. Let me show you what I mean. So if I close the main interface, yeah, it's got to obviously turn that button off, and then but you can still move this interface around, so that way this one is not in the way. Cool, excellent. That is super duper cool, super duper handy. So yeah, so thank you so much for watching. This is how to make a draggable interface, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.